Welcome back to Daily Update. Jungkook suddenly hugged Taehyung backstage after the concert, and the emotional moment left fans completely stunned. What happened behind the stage that made Jungkook immediately pull Taehyung into such a heartfelt embrace? Taehyung appeared visibly overwhelmed, and the atmosphere surrounding them felt completely different from the celebration happening just moments earlier. As the image began spreading across the fandom, ARMY started wondering if something had happened that nobody saw during the concert. Was Taehyung struggling emotionally after the performance? Or did Jungkook know something fans didn't? The concert had already ended. The lights had begun to fade, and the enormous energy of the crowd was slowly disappearing behind the stage. But behind the scenes, a much quieter and more emotional moment appeared to capture everyone's attention. Jungkook was seen embracing Taehyung backstage, and the image immediately made fans wonder what had happened before that moment. At first glance, the photograph looked simple. Two members of BTS sharing a hug after a demanding performance. Yet there was something about Taehyung's expression that made the moment feel different. His eyes appeared emotional. His face looked tired, and the embrace seemed to carry a level of comfort that went beyond an ordinary celebration. That single image quickly became the center of attention among fans. The stage had shown the powerful side of BTS, thousands of lights, screaming fans, enormous performances, and the confidence that comes from years of experience. But backstage was completely different. Away from the enormous audience, the members could finally step away from the pressure of performing and simply breathe. That is why the image of Jungkook holding Taehyung became so emotional for so many ARMY. There was no dramatic stage lighting surrounding them. There was no carefully planned choreography. There was simply a quiet moment between two members who have spent years experiencing the extraordinary journey of BTS together. Taehyung appeared to be holding back emotion. However, the image alone cannot confirm exactly why. It could have been exhaustion, relief after the performance, gratitude toward the audience, or simply the overwhelming feeling that can arrive after an intense concert, even when everything went perfectly. But fans immediately began searching for the missing part of the story. What happened before Jungkook approached Taehyung? Had Taehyung become emotional after leaving the stage? Was Jungkook simply checking on him? Or was there a private moment between the members that cameras captured only for a few seconds? Those questions transformed an ordinary backstage photograph into one of the most discussed moments among fans. And it's not hard to understand why. BTS has spent years performing together through countless challenges, enormous achievements, exhausting schedules, and unforgettable milestones. They have watched each other grow, celebrated together, faced difficult periods together, and they have repeatedly shown that the emotional connection between them members becomes especially visible when the cameras are no longer focused on the stage. That is what made Jungkook's embrace so powerful. It was not necessarily about something dramatic happening. Sometimes the smallest gesture can carry the strongest emotional meaning. A hug can communicate reassurance without requiring a single word. It can simply mean that someone is there when another person needs comfort. Jungkook's arms were wrapped around Taehyung, while staff members continued moving through the backstage area. Equipment remained in place. The distant crowd could still be seen beyond the stage. Everything around them suggested the concert environment was still active. Yet for those few seconds, the attention seemed focused entirely on the two of them. Just moments earlier, they had been performing in front of an enormous audience, surrounded by music, lights, cameras, choreography, and thousands of voices. Then suddenly, the atmosphere became quiet and personal. That transition can be emotionally overwhelming for performers. After spending hours preparing physically and mentally for a major concert, the sudden silence backstage can create an unexpected emotional release. Adrenaline begins to disappear. Exhaustion becomes noticeable. The realization that another major performance has ended can bring tears, even when everything went perfectly for ARMY. Jungkook and Taehyung have shared countless memorable moments throughout their BTS journey. Because of that history, even a brief backstage interaction can carry enormous emotional weight. But here's what's important to remember. The image does not tell the entire story. Nobody outside the people present backstage can know exactly what happened unless the members themselves explain it. Any claim about a secret incident or hidden conflict would remain speculation, and that doesn't make the moment less meaningful. If anything, It makes it more human. Sometimes Taehyung may simply have needed comfort. Sometimes Jungkook may simply have noticed. Sometimes two friends can share a hug after an exhausting night, without the world ever knowing what they were thinking. The world sees BTS as 7 global superstars, but behind the stage, they can simply be 7 people who have spent years supporting each other. Every new concert adds another chapter, and every backstage moment offers a glimpse into the human side of that journey. The hug between Jungkook and Taehyung may have lasted only a short time, but emotionally, it said much more. It showed comfort after pressure, closeness after exhaustion, and it reminded millions of fans why the bond between the BTS members remains so important. Yet the biggest question remains unanswered. What happened immediately before Jungkook pulled Taehyung into that emotional embrace? Until the members provide more context, nobody can know the complete answer. And perhaps that unanswered question is exactly why ARMY cannot stop looking at the image. Because sometimes the most powerful BTS moments are not the ones performed under the spotlight. Sometimes they happen when the concert is already over. The crowd is fading away, and the cameras accidentally capture a few seconds that reveal something much more personal. A hug, a tired expression, and one member quietly reminding another that he does not have to face the emotion alone. So what do you think was happening in that backstage moment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.